Hello my lovely Aries, thank you so much for tuning into your reading for December 2017. It's a pleasure to do these readings for you every month. So this is going to be your general reading for Aries sun, moon and rising sign. This is the very end of this year. I don't know where it's gone, but if you do want a private reading with myself, just click on the link down below in the description. It'll just take you to my readings page, or email me, which is lorientarot@gmail.com. You can also get the 2018 forecast for your personal questions in the areas that you would like. That's also on the description below. But you know, I am mentioning to people that the 2018 general forecast is going to come up in December, so those are coming soon. Let's take a look though in the meantime and see what we're getting. Whoa, hello. What we're getting for Aries in the closing of this year. For some reason I'm getting some kind of church and religious feel. These are definitely for you. So you got the 10 of Swords down here, and Strength card. You got the 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. At the bottom you have the 7 of Swords. I'm not quite sure how he fits in. I don't feel the need to really look at him all that much. But let me see what kind of comes through for you guys. Again, I'm getting this kind of church, this almost like religious experience. You may actually have an epiphany this month, as well as it being quite dark in the northern hemisphere and quite light in the southern hemisphere. You're probably going to feel that corresponding level, really. So in the darkness of the north, you're probably going to be feeling like the something in your psyche, in your inner subconscious, is going to really ignite, and you go, oh, there's a solution to a problem, and you're going to level up there. In the lighter areas of the southern hemisphere, you're probably going to feel like you have more energy, or there's more energy coming into you, and you're able to receive that energy. So that's going to be quite interesting, I think, for the case of, you know, the next month, just to see kind of what's coming out of, you know, out of yourself and your, you know, the things that you've put into the universe, you're now getting back. So with the 10 of Swords, I do feel like this is a bit of completion. It is a bit of defeat, it is a bit of loss and stuff, but if you can see, I don't know whether you can, this guy, I mean, it's brighter today, but it's still quite dark. This guy here, he's already dead. Like, he's green. He's probably been dead a while. So it's kind of like this guy has got some kind of vendetta. I mean, he clearly does not need another sword in the stomach. But it's kind of like he just can't stop. He can't stop beating himself up, or this guy up. And I think this is maybe you guys in a way. Like, the situation's gone. You know, we need to walk past that situation. There's no point trying to revive or trying to stabby stab the same situation all over again. There is no point at all. You just kind of got to get on with it. I think move past it. It's gone. It's kind of like the death card, but I think this is kind of saying the betrayal. Like, maybe you were really angry that somebody said something to you, or maybe some colleague or family member really pissed you off, or something like that. It's gone. You know, yeah, your wound's still there, but the situation's gone. You need to let that go, and you need to move forwards from it. Do not hold a grudge, because you need the balance. You need the balance of the Pentacles, the adaptability of, you know, surviving the choppy waters, of getting through the issues that maybe have faced you, and not really worrying too much about how it's coming at you. You know, you don't have to really worry too much about it. It just needs to make sure that you focus on 2 things in order to get by. So it could be finances and health, it could be family and work, it could be your romance and your health, you know, whichever combination. You just need to make sure that the 2 you choose are in balance, and you're not really focused on one thing in particular and devoting all your time to it and all your resources. Similarly, you're not focused on 15,000 different things as well. Now, Aquarius also got similar, saying that you don't want to spread yourself too thin, but this is spreading all your energy into it and your intensity into it. So please try to avoid that if you can. And here we have the strength. So strength card is beautiful. Strength card comes through here to just remind you that you do have things on your side and you do have things looking after you. I think Leo also got this card. This is something to do with having that connection, having that kind of tamed energy. You don't need to show your strength outwardly. You can show it inwardly without aggression, and take up boxing if you need to have an outlet. But I do think that the intensity that you have, the strength that you have to enable you to get over certain things, can be lent to other instances. So you could maybe have, again, somebody comment, or those sales calls that come through sometimes, and you're like, just leave me alone, and they could be very snotty on the other end of the phone. So, just kind of use that strength. You don't have to rip their heads off. They're clearly in the wrong job. But just kind of put the phone down. It's so easy just to go boom and cut the person out of your life. With people who are in your, direct job, it's probably a little bit less easy, but I do see you maintaining that balance. I do see you having that duality. The cups are very much about partnership and attraction. So you could be literally attracting a partnership or working on a partnership. It could be you're kind of trying to marry up the masculine and feminine of yourself, or the two parts of yourself. Maybe one part of you wants to go one way, one wants to go the other. It's just about listening to your subconscious and to see where exactly you want to be led next year. I think this is something maybe that a lot of us are asking ourselves. It's like, what is it that I want to do? Where do I want to go? How do I want to be? Who am I? And all this kind of stuff. But it happens every year. We have a regeneration. So I think this is going to be something that's coming in for you. The 5, this is just insecurity. This is worry. This is worrying about worrying as well. So just don't try and feel like you're being cast out into the snow. You're not really. You do have better things coming through for you. And I know it may feel like a little fool's game, but again, the religious thing coming through here. It could be that you feel that your spiritualism or your guides or something has let you down because they didn't tell you earlier that you shouldn't be doing this, or they didn't tell you that this person was going to react that way to you, or blah, blah, blah. Just try and maintain that energy. It also could be that you're supposed to be spending time with family and you don't want to. So that could be something that you're like, oh no, I don't really want to. I don't want to be there. I want to be isolated or something. Just try and overcome that adversity, that insecurity about yourself. Similarly, it could be that you're worried about spending too much over Christmas. So if that's the case, I would very much just kind of limit yourself there. But the Queen of Swords here does show a quick thinking and a very perceptive end to the year. I think that you will not be crying over spilt milk. You will actually be going through a very strong phase of understanding who you are, where you are, and what you really need to be. You're going to know exactly what you're trying to do, how you're trying to do it. And I think this is going to be a very clear, focused way to end the year. As soon as that's gone, because I don't even think that's a big thing, you're going to be able to see things for what they are in the next year, or certainly have a good feeling as to what's coming through. So let's see what we get in the runes for you guys. Okay, so you have Aries. Now, Aries is very strong. Well, it's about physical strength, and it's about speed, and also in some cases sexual desire. So because you've got this here, you may take some solace. If you have this kind of, oh no, everything's falling down around me, you may end up taking some solace in a partner. You may end up wanting to just kind of put everything you have into some sort of extracurricular activity, shall we say, and just want to throw yourself into that. But this, I think, is again your strength card here. I think that it's all to do with your relationships with others being strengthened, your connection with yourself and your heart being strengthened, and also reducing the amount of pressure that you put on yourself. Don't flog a dead horse, basically. You cannot. You just have to let it go, and that will increase your strength and your resistance to other things in the future. And I think this is very important, really, because you don't really want to exhaust yourself before we go into 2018. You really want to enjoy it, and you really want to experience something more for you. I think that's the key. But do let me know how things go for you this month. Let me know in the comments below. I do think that there's a lot of potential coming through here for you guys. But again, if you'd like a personal reading or any questions that you have, email me lorientarot@gmail.com or click the link in the description below. And also, if you do want a 2018 package, then just click on the link again and it'll take you to where you can get those. But it seems incredibly beautiful for you guys. I have really enjoyed reading for you all year, and I look forward to speaking to you all in the next one.